Hey, the top of the afternoon if you're out on the East Coast, and top of the first cup of coffee out on the West Coast. It's Carm Capriato Aftermarket Weekly, and I'm live here with my soon-to-be announced guest. I can't wait to bring on Gilda Dykeman and do some really good stuff with her. Not only see her shop, it's the holiday season. I
Yes.
hope you're all prepared and ready and excited. I am. I'm juiced up this year only because it seems like it's going to be a repeat of last year, but I think we've all kind of learned how to live and deal with the pandemic. This is the place where we bring all these great voices and insights and ideas that are shaping the future of the automotive aftermarket as I have my passion to advance the aftermarket. Glad to have you all here. I am with Gilda Dykeman. Hi, Gilda.
Good morning. How are you, Carm?
I'm great. She's from Cars Automotive and Muffler, Redondo Beach, California. Now, Redondo is near LA, am I right?
Yeah, LAX. So we're about 4 or 5 miles from um, LAX, the
And that would be
international
north
airport.
or south?
We are south.
You
Yes.
are south of LAX. So glad
hmm
to have you here. Let's show a picture of this great business. Is it like two buildings?
Yes. So the left. I don't know if it's my left or your left, but the bigger building, that's our automotive side, and the
Yep.
smaller building is our exhaust side where we do all the exhaust there.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Well, we're going to see an actual virtual tour with Gilda in just a little bit. If you're with us on
Yeah.
social media, check in with your city. Give us a like, a comment, ask Gilda anything. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. We're coming to you live from the Dorman OE Fix Studios, and we're just so darn happy to have Dorman follow into 2022. Thank you so much, Dorman, for bringing Aftermarket Weekly to the aftermarket all of next year.
Dorman Products creates hundreds of new automotive replacement products every month. Part of what makes Dorman so unique is their ideation of new and innovative products. They have dedicated teams all across the U.S., Mexico, and Canada looking for new product ideas. Since every solution starts with a problem, these teams of researchers, field analysts, product specialists, and contributors consistently visit repair shops and make field calls. Now, this is to best understand the problems the industry is facing. In certain cases, Dorman will manufacture aftermarket replacements so you aren't forced to go back to the OE. Other times, experts take it an additional step, further solving what made the original part problematic in the first place. Solving for a problem is what powers the innovation engine at Dorman. Dorman invests in these OE Fix innovations to help you save time, your customer money, and prevent vehicles from coming back to your shop. Want to know more about Dorman? Visit dormanproducts.com/tour.
Well, Gilda, I seem to always ask my guest, how's business?
Actually, it's awesome. We are up. It's our best year of our history, so which is awesome.
Amazing. December continuing to be busy?
Yes, it is. Yeah, we haven't slowed down for one bit. So it's
That's
actually
what I
it's a great year. I hear everybody's having great years, and we are there as well.
continue to hear that, and I'm so happy for everyone. Hey, recent episode with Gilda, it was called Play the Long Game, episode 231, Town Hall Academy. So glad to have you on that one. And this week's Town Hall Academy coming up this Friday. Yes, Friday, December 24th. We're going to actually do this. It's not going to be live, but we're going to broadcast it out to everyone. Recovering from a wrong service advisor hire, and everybody I ask, they can so relate to this. Well, look at let's get ready to have some smart talk with Gilda. She has recently done some really wonderful remodeling, and some people are hesitant. Some people have it on their list of things to do, but there's always, it seems, planned right, a good return on investment.
Yes, it is.
So tell us about your remodel.
So it's not that new, but everybody that sees it thinks it's new. We basically finished right before the pandemic hit. It was a stage. Since we have two buildings, one's the automotive side, one's the exhaust side, and the reason we wanted to do it, we wanted to bring Michael, my husband, the owner. He was always in the muffler shop, and that was kind of our little waiting area, with all the the exhaust tips on the wall, not very clean-ish looking. Even though it was clean, it just didn't look fresh. And
Sure.
and the one thing is, I wanted to get Michael to the automotive, because the automotive is like 90% of our business now, and I wanted him to be with the service writers, keep on top of them, not being kind of in the dark of what's going on. He liked his little cave of exhaust. So that was the main reason why we wanted to do it. We wanted a fresh look. Um, and we're with ATI, and we were having a shop visit, so we wanted to have it nice and fresh and clean. And it also came in where we changed our name. We rebranded our name. We just flipped the automotive and the mufflers names around, because people thought once they heard the muffler, they didn't think we did anything else. Um, so it was a lot of thinking into it, having to rebrand our name. Even though we are known as the cleanest shop in town, this just made it even, bump up even more. So
I love it. The cleanest shop in town.
yeah.
How did you gain? I mean, did you get that reputation because you're constantly cleaning the floors, keeping the paint fresh? The curb appeal is great.
The curb appeal, Michael is very anal of keeping everything clean.
Okay.
Whether if it's old, it still looks good. We
Yeah,
carry that
can
through.
I stop you for a minute?
Yeah.
That is such a powerful quote, Gilda. Even if it's old, it still looks good.
Yeah.
And old that's clean,
Hmm.
even old that's painted,
Yeah.
still looks fresh.
Yes, it does. I mean, it's always a work in progress, refreshing, repainting, recleaning. Um, but we have our base, of the shop, where we want it to be. We utilize as much as we can on the space. We're in LA, so, you don't have a big land like people out in Midwest, where they
Mhm.
have acreages to have cars parked all over. So we do our best with the space we have. And so yeah, we
So
love it
so let's
here. And
so I know we're gonna see a tour, but tell you wanted to bring Michael over to the automotive side.
yes,
And so did you improve where the customer waiting room? Did you put in any new couches, furniture? Even though it was pandemic-ish, you still realized you had a plan for post-pandemic.
correct. So the exhaust side, we make that our customer lounge or waiting area. So we took away any of the exhaust part of it, and
I
we
see.
put in nice seating. We put a coffee bar. We put a great TV in there. We still have a service writer kiosk in there,
Yeah,
but it's hardly used. It's pretty much just, if we have a waiter, we just
okay.
go there and close, the ticket out there. But growing, we always wanted to make sure we had an extra kiosk for if we had to hire another service writer.
Ah,
So in the other building, we have two service writers with Michael in his back desk. And then we have the empty one at the waiting area.
I
So,
see. So they do business on the one side of,
mhm,
if you will, of yours, and then you say, "Hey, if you'd love to hang around."
right.
And you're in LA, so there's no snow, it doesn't rain there either, does it?
Uh, Once or twice a year.
I'm only kidding. Eh,
Actually, it's getting a little cloudy. They said we're supposed to have rain on Christmas Eve, which we're going to be celebrating with our staff on Christmas Eve. So,
well, hey,
um,
maybe it's better than 6 inches of snow, you just never know.
oh, I
But,
know we're spoiled.
how many waiters, Gilda, do you still have?
We don't have a lot. I think if you are planning on to remodeling, think a little, think it out. Just don't do it. We thought about it. We had a designer, um, and then right when we finished, pandemic hit, and then we didn't have waiters. If we had waiters, they were sitting outside, in a chair. We didn't have them inside. So I think if we had to go back, we would have made it smaller and maybe use it, cut it in half. Maybe have like a little storage area. But everybody, all our customers that come in, they're like, "Oh my gosh, this is the best place to hang out. You have all the coffee and the teas and, the computer raised countertop so people can put their laptops and work there if they want. But we don't encourage waiters. We may have maybe 2 or 3, 4 maybe a week, you know?
Okay, but it's the impression of
Yeah.
professionalism that you were able to achieve
Yes. Yes. Definitely.
and probably a stronger, better work environment for your people.
Yes. And, that's the whole key is if our external customers see that we keep everything clean, they know that we're keeping their cars clean. Um, we just carry it through the work, the presentation, delivering the vehicles, doing all the sanitation of, sanitizing all the cars before and after. It's the presence is there. We make all the presence there for the customers to see that we walk by, there's a piece of paper, we pick it up, and, even people driving by, they see us picking up trash on the sidewalk or on the, curb and stuff like that, just to keep our community clean.
You make a great point. You talked about sanitization. With COVID, obviously we've had this almost like easing up of the mask mandates and
Yeah.
stuff, but you've never stopped the sanitization of the vehicle?
Oh, no. No. We didn't do it pre-pandemic, but now it's a forever thing we're gonna keep,
It's a forever. I mean, I think
Yeah.
we're going to be able to minimize flus and colds, no matter what kind of handle we
Right.
do get
Right.
on COVID. I think it's going to be around for a long time. And I'm not a scientist, trust me.
Yeah.
It's just that everything you read, everything you see, everything you hear, you kind of think that it's not going away.
Yeah. And we expanded a little bit on the sanitizing the vehicles. We have the mister, we have instead of using plastic seat covers, we're using like a vinyl one, which are reusable. So we sanitize those after they're used in everybody's car. So people love it. They just see it and they're like, "Oh, you're taking really good care of my car." And so I think it's just not just, but it's the impression you want to give people, that if we take care of ourselves, we're going to take care of you, you know.
Wonderful. Hey, thank
Yes.
you so much for your advice and your take on the value of remodeling. Everyone, we worked very, very hard this week to create a lot of really great episodes for you. And I've never been so proud of all the great content that we have. Tony Mercury's episode on the 4 pillars of marketing came out today. And let me tell you, it's a great episode. But George Zeeks knocked it out of the ballpark. I think you probably know George Gilda.
Yes.
3 managers that you need in your business. That episode 702 is really, really good. George and I recorded that at ASTE. Are you getting value from your training dollar? Is another very powerhouse episode, Town Hall Academy 254. You will completely look at training value, dollars, numbers, methodology different when you listen to that. And Matt Fonslow's episode, an observation from a class he presented, also was out. So thank you all for your continued support. Let's jump into this great virtual shop tour
Okay.
that's been pre-recorded along with my daughter Tracy. Appreciate that. I can't wait to see this place, Gilda.
Thank you. So that's our automotive building. That's where the customers come in to come in if we don't grab them from the parking lot and if they beat us. And that's our exhaust building. We are a AAA shop. We do brake and lamps. We do smogs and repair. Mask up, everybody.
Now, where are we going? What
This is
are
going
we?
to go into our waiting room,
The new one.
the new one. Well, they're both new. We did one first and then did
Okay,
the other one. Yeah.
got it.
So this is our waiting area. So we put those windows so people can see their cars being worked on in exhaust.
Love that.
So we got our TV, that we have our Technic going on, all our
Mm-hmm.
warranties, and we have that door lock that goes into the muffler shop
Okay.
because we had a little incident about 6 months ago, a year ago, and so we started locking that door. We had to put a lock on it because nobody's ever there when customers are there. So we had
Did you
these
have
custom
the?
built,
They were custom built. Wow, they're
custom built.
beautiful. They're beautiful, that
Yeah,
counter.
yeah. So everybody loves how we did our printer where we have the paper just plop out. So that
Now,
was kind
there's
of
no
cool.
way that's an exhaust shop. Those floors are too clean.
Nope, that's Michael. So
Wow. And oh, I see you've got it decorated for the holiday. That's very
yes,
nice.
yes.
Very, very nice.
I'd like to change up, with all the holidays and stuff.
What are those magazines?
Those are magazines for waiters, if they
Okay.
are, and brochures about exhaust and all the things we do. We have so these are I made these and found these. So that was a little after they opened the shop. So and those are the years that we gone in, the changes, the name changes, you know.
Wow. 1978 was the origin, right?
Yes.
Wow.
And
Very
so
nice.
so go back to those pictures. You don't have to go back to them, but the funny thing is that people used to come in with aerial pictures of our shop and they try to sell them to you. So now you have
Wow.
people coming, our friends, well, oh, do you want me to do a drone
Yeah,
picture? So
drone
now
shot.
that
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So there's your coffee.
Coffee, we got our custom water bottles. Um
Now,
so
did you duplicate what you have here on the other side?
no, it's completely different. So that side that you just left is our waiting area. And that's just our little, thank you for following us and business. That's our sanitization, to
Uh-huh.
do the cars. And we recycle as much as we can. And so this is coming into the automotive side, which is basically the service writers. So
Okay.
that's where pretty much everybody comes in.
Do the customers know which side to go into first?
We try to greet our customers in the parking lot.
Ah,
If
okay.
if they beat us, most of them know to come here, or somebody will direct them to the right place. So you saw my two service riders, and then there's the owner, Michael.
Okay.
He has like a little cave back there. Um, so we have really huge um, monitors, which they love. They can break up their
Nice.
screens to 2, 4, as many as they need. Our
Yep.
ADA table that you all have to have in
Yeah.
California. That's usually my decor.
Nice. Very
Yeah,
nice.
yep. So a little Christmas tree.
Were the windows there? Did you add them?
The exterior windows were there prior, and then so we just added an extra one at the other
Hi,
service
Michael.
rider. Hi, Michael. He didn't stop. So you could see our printer, how we have the little opening. We had that custom built, and that was a suggestion of our IT guy.
Yeah, very
So we
smart.
didn't have to open them every time you printed something. Those are hot shots and all that kind of stuff.
So Michael literally is what, the shop manager? He is the foreman, obviously the owner, but
So Michael pretty much he oh, that's our little transport portable key holder that our cabinet guy made for us.
that's a nice idea.
Yeah. So if you want to go out with them, all of them, and that's our smog base. So Michael pretty much is the exhaust guy. He pretty much is in charge of motorhomes, exhaust, and the classics that we get in that
Okay,
we help.
sure.
Yeah.
Nice
So we had to
toolbox.
put that guard there because we had somebody come off the street and everybody thought it was a customer. He went to the bathroom, came out, and then opened the door and took a tool, a scan tool. So, and people say that our bathroom is sometimes cleaner. Oh, or poopery. Our bathroom is cleaner than their bathroom at home. So we get a lot of
But that's
compliments.
exactly how it should be in a business,
Yes.
period.
Hmm.
Yeah. Wow.
Put our purses on there. And those are
A
our
purse
scan tools.
hook.
Yeah. So we try to use as much as we can in with regards to the space that we have. Those are just that has supplies of our BG products.
Yeah.
There's our our internal coffee bar.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
How many bays altogether?
Altogether, we have, I believe there's 9, but the exhaust is open pit, so I really don't. They're only used for exhaust, so we have about 7 that we use. There's our microwave for the employees, and then those are my return boxes for
Sure,
cores and
sure, sure.
defective and all that kind of stuff.
Very smart.
And
Very
then we
smart.
do the labels. We do those labels so they can put on
Excellent. I
there.
mean, you've got it. I can see the value and the power of your systems and processes here.
Yeah.
Probably completely defined. I love the water
Yeah.
fountain.
We did that. And our parts washer.
Do I see belts hanging up on the wall?
Yes, if way above. Yes.
Wow, it's
Yeah.
amazing. You don't see that often
Yeah. And
anymore.
no, they
Anymore, right?
we don't really we shouldn't even have them, but we just continue them. That was our alignment that we just passed, our line machine. And this actually shed was actually made purposely for Michael's boat because we didn't have a storage for it. And then we ended up taking it to Arizona. So now it became kind of our catch-all place. And then we started getting to tires and balancing. So that's where
Mm-hmm.
all our tire stuff is, our machines, and that's kind of our where we put our oil, waste oil, our compressor. And it's a busy day that day.
And you do have an outdoors lift, I believe,
We
right?
have actually, well, one we passed, and then we have
Oh,
two. That's the first one is our motorhome lift. And we get a lot of motorhomes because a lot of people don't have the space or the lifts. And then we have another one out here. And all these are grandfathered in because you can't really have lifts outside anymore in our town. And so we were grandfathered in when we remodeled and we kept them. And that's Mike's bender.
and that's
And
his most important tool right there, huh?
right there, and all his tubing and all his inventory, all those catalytic converters.
So with only 10% of that being in your business, you guys are really a specialty shop for exhaust.
We are. And that's where Michael and his family started. His parents and him was just this little muffler shop. So that's how we expanded many years ago. That's when he met me. That's when we bought the property. Well, it wasn't for me, we wouldn't be as big. No, I'm just kidding. But we bought the automotive property after our wedding, and then we remodeled, and that's the pit. So
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah, thank you for going over to the exhaust side and letting us
Yeah.
see that.
I mean, it's
Um,
old, but it's clean.
oh, it's so well kept. I mean, that's the proof, everyone. It can be old, but it could look brand new.
Yeah, and then when we remodeled the offices, I got Mike to get a new toolbox, right? We just passed that. And I think it's going to take her up to the mezzanine. And up there, there's my wrapping paper for all the games we're going to do. Kind of a little messy. There's my
Oh,
boys' Legos there that I have to wrap for Christmas. So up there is my office which I'm sitting at. And
okay.
that's where I do
All
all
right.
my bookkeeping. And if we come up here, this is our mezzanine, and this is where catch-all again of supplies and all our filters. It's all our inventory of stuff. And those are all our filters and air filters, oil filters. Those are pretty much what we, keep in stock, our BG products.
Mm-hmm.
There's an overview.
Wow. What a great 43-year-old business.
Yeah, it's been.
Wow. Very, very nice.
Thank
And
you.
you joined in 99, right? And
Actually, in 96, Mike and I
oh,
got married in 96. So
96.
I know.
And then you left to have the boys, right?
Yeah,
And to
and I
raise the
I still was
boys.
in part doing all the booking. Those are all Mike's exhaust things that he has. We're gonna have to clean that up. I want to do like a little lounge for the guys up there. Kind of have a breakish room as much as
Sure,
we can have. We don't
that'd
really
be
have.
nice.
Yeah, we have a little corner in there. There's our busy Artesia Boulevard, which is our 91 freeway that dumps into Redondo Beach.
You must have a ton. I mean, everybody wants to go to the beach, got to go by your place, right?
Yeah, and we even do concierge, pickup and drop offs, and we'll say, "Hey, summertime, we'll drop you off at the beach while we work on your car." So that's what.
Okay, thank you for saying that. There's been a lot of buzz on the podcast. In fact, in our 700th, we talked a little bit about concierge service. There are some shops that are charging for it, picking up and
We
dropping
don't.
off.
We don't do that.
You'll take people out to the beach, fix their car. I get that,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of different business models today where people will go to your home and repair a vehicle. Well,
Right.
because they say, quote unquote, it's convenient, I don't have to leave.
Mhm.
But if you had a form of concierge service, free or not,
Right.
it's a way to make sure that you satisfy the convenience side of certain customers.
Pre-pandemic, we were taking people home if they requested it. But because we're in LA, everybody uses Uber a lot. So
Yeah.
sometimes they don't ask. Oh, look, I go, do you need a ride? And they're like, oh, no, I just call my Uber. We'll pay for Uber if they want one. Um, but during pandemic, we were going to people's houses, picking up their car and bringing it back. And, it wasn't a lot of customers, but it was out there. They knew that we were there for them.
Yeah.
So
Gilda Dykeman, Cars, Automotive, and Muffler, Redondo Beach, California. It was a great tour. Thank you so much. If you'd love to be on the show, give us a tour. Just come on and just chat with me about stuff, business, Carm at remarkableresults.biz. And don't forget, we repurpose this on YouTube. It'll be out, released as a podcast on Saturday. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's a holiday or not. We just keep on
keep on
working.
going.
We'll
Yep.
keep on going. Next week's Aftermarket Weekly, we'll have John Long from Shirts Auto. We had a chance to see their brand new building about a year ago, but we're actually going to see their original location out in Shirts, Texas. And thank you guys for being there. Happy holidays to you, Gilda and team.
Thank
And
you. Same to you.
for all the support that we've had for Aftermarket Weekly. We have one more show before the year ends. This is week 85. So glad to have you here. And thanks for letting us see inside the great place you have.
Thank you. And
I
good
know.
luck to everybody that wants to do some remodeling.
Yeah, smart stuff. Thank you for the inspiration.
And have a happy new year.
You too.